да. Сделай поверх.
Guys, this is the second part about my Russian patches, their imagery and their history. So like I said on my post, it's probably my last video on Russian patches for now, because I want to continue to make little documentaries, but those videos are still nice and short to make. So we will attack with the first patch. The first one is on a cap. So this one is the famous Z on a ATAC FG cap, which, about the camo of that cap, at the start was a camo used by the US military and then was used by the Russian army from, if I don't make a mistake, from 2016. And on that cap we have the Russian flag with the Z, which became a pro-Russian symbol since the invasion of Ukraine 4 years ago. And it was actually a marker to identify themselves, like between the infantry, tanks and everything. Like the aviation mostly has a V, the infantry and mechanized infantry has a Z, even if now those symbols can be mixed together. It has become a pro-Russian symbol worldwide. Next we have this one. This one represents a famous picture during World War II and especially on the Eastern Front. It represents this Soviet soldier calling his comrade to charge on the German position. But on the real picture, a few seconds or minutes after the pic was taken at the time, he was killed by German fire. So we can see the guy here, the red star, famous Soviet symbol with za rodinu, so for the motherland, written on it. It's a really good patch, even if the quality is quite mid because it's a replica, of course. I still really like it. We have another one, and this one is actually from a video game. It's the one patch from the army of General Barkov in Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2019. So it's actually a fictional patch. So the army in this game is like inspired from like it's like Russian mercenaries in like Syria, but it's a fictional country for the game. But this is the emblem. So you have the famous red star, like I said, the famous Soviet symbol, the skull of an animal typical in the desert, the two sabers, and we have Победа или смерть, so victory over death. And even if the uniforms are like really bad of the Russian mercenaries, it's still a good patch, even if like they're like really caricatural in the game, really caricatural evils. So then we can attack one of the last, is this one. On this one we can see three, which I guess medieval Russian soldiers from the 16th century, something like that, with written "Мы русские, с нами Бог", which is a popular slogan in nationalist people, like we are Russian and God is with us. Famous slogans, mostly on the far right. And this patch was actually used by some Wagner soldiers, but I still have to guess if those are like Russian soldiers or are those like bogatirs, which was like famous warriors in Slavic history, especially during the Kievan Rus, or are just Viking. But I think it's more like soldiers from medieval. The last one is the Kolovrat. The Kolovrat is a really, it's not, like it's a questionable symbol because it has been used by the neo-Nazi battalion Rusich, the Rusich group in the Russian army. It's also have been adopted as a far-right symbol in Slavic countries, but at the same time it also have been used as an ancient Slavic symbol in paganism Some people say it represents the way of life, like when you're born, like the cycle of life. And also the metal band Arcona used this as a symbol on some of their covers of their album, even if it's not a neo-Nazi band, it's more of a pagan one. So this symbol is really polemic in the Eastern Europe. Video. So like I said, it will be probably the last patch video for a long time, because I still want to make little documentaries, but since those videos are quick to make and fun to make, so I hope this video helps you to know about Russian patches if you saw them on media or media socials. So see you guys, and until the next little documentary.
Lieutenant! Lieutenant!
Hey, Menschel! The Dragonov!
Here!